Evening, all of you. Today our session will be uh, the applications of augmented reality platform. So I hope you had an introduction about what is augmented reality. If you have any disturbance in audio, please let me know, ma'am. I think it is right now. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Shall I continue? Okay. So let me introduce myself. Myself, Dr. Aarti, and my area of specialization is IoT. We have also started working with augmented reality in our IoT based applications, and we have completed one IoT related project for automotive engineering under MIghty scheme. Today our session will be the agenda of our session will be a short introduction about what is augmented reality, what is the difference between AR and VR, and what are the major variations in AR we have, and what are the tools that are available as an open source, and what are the features of each and every tool or platform for AR development, and the applications of AR will be discussed, and we'll also look into the companies that are providing AR facility as a major what is a backbone for their advertisement and for their development. Okay, so this will be the go through of our content today. So first of all, what do you understand by augmented reality and virtual reality? So I know that asking question at this point of time, many of us will not be willing to answer. So augmented reality is an immersive digital experience that enriches the real world by overlaying computer generated content onto the physical objects. This is a definition given on when you try to Google it. So what you understand from it is like AR uses the physical object, but it tries to immerse some computer generated content relevant to each object. Okay, so which will have us some attachment to the object, which will help us to understand what that object is trying to tell us about. Okay, and what is VR? So always we have the a combination of AR VR. So what is VR is virtual reality. It is also a technology that creates a simulated environment, allowing users to feel like they are in a different place or world. So VR puts you inside a computer generated world that feels real. So the world is not real, but you have the feeling that it is real. Uh, yes, am I audible? Like, if you have any disturbance, please let me know. I have a mic turned on. So the questions can be asked later after we complete the session. Okay. So VR puts you inside, as I was telling, like you'll experience a that you are in a real world, but it is a virtual world. So it you get this experience by using some special equipments like a VR headset, and this is the difference between AR and VR. AR enhances the real world experience or environment by adding a virtual element to it, while VR entirely replaces the current setting with the digital simulation. So that is the main difference between AR and VR. And the variations in AR are marker based AR and markerless AR. So as you can see on the screen, so you can see a picture, right? So in the picture you have a QR code, and in a marker based AR, so if you keep your mobile, nowadays AR facility is been made available through mobile phones, and you can scan the QR code, and you can get the appropriate information regarding the object or the article on which the QR code is pasted. So QR code is one such marker. You can have any digital markers which will help us to scan it, and you can get information regarding it. Okay, so this was the early invention or early stage of AR evolvement, later which they ended up with markerless. So instead of having a specific marker available on a particular object or a particular location, you can have the markerless AR experience. So you can have your mobile device focusing on a particular area, and it will try to understand the screen, and your AR technology will try to adapt or give an over information about it. So very famous tools that we normally play with our kids. It's a tool where we have the um, dressing up kind of, right? So we can have our hair settings, we can have our glasses worn. So when we try to keep the mobile towards our face, automatically we have these additional accessories added to it, right? So we can have our eyebrows trimmed, our nose shape changed, the contour of our face changed. Okay, so we can actually dress up like this. So what actually happens is a markerless AR. So it identifies the place of your eye, and it tries to automatically place the glasses when you choose those kind of facility or icon in your AR app. I hope all of you would have played with your kids. It is coming in different names. The same application is coming in different names, and we used to play it with the help of placing glasses and changing our contour and things like that. So it's a markerless AR kind of example, wherein the eye location is identified from your face, and automatically the facility or icon, whatever you are choosing, it has been placed on in that specific location. So here we don't have any marker like QR code or any digital marker at the appropriate place. So the evolution of marker based AR is moved on to markerless AR. So what actually happens in markerless AR is it utilizes the concept of SLAM, SLAM, that is a simultaneous location and mapping. So which helps us to place the AR overlay wherever we wanted um, to have the content been placed. So if we are focusing on the eye, the material whatever you have chosen will be placed on it. If you're focusing on your nose or your face, or if you have wanted to have a different hairstyle, you can choose the appropriate style, and it will read the shape of your face and place your ch- choice wherever whatever you wanted to do at the specific place. So this is one variation of AR, and we this so far we have just completed what you understand by AR, what is VR, and what are the variations of AR, marker based and markerless. So next we'll see brief history about AR. So AR was invented and it was there for more than 50 years, and it was first given by Ivan Sutherland. So he was the one who introduced AR. And he had a very big headset to experience a computer generated graphics with enhanced sensory perception of the real world. So it was a very huge headset. You can just visualize in the next slide. Okay, it was a very huge headset, so that they named it as the sword of Damocles. Because if there is any malfunction in the device, if the device breaks down, it's a great risk for the head. That's why they named it as sword of uh, Damocles. Okay, so he was the one who has introduced the concept of AR, and in 1990s, it was Tom Caudle who named it as augmented reality. Earlier, Ivan didn't name it as augmented reality. He wants to incorporate a computer generated graphic on the physical world, and the name augmented reality was coined in the year 1990 by Tom Caudle. And in the late 1990s, in spite of various invocation given by different research labs, NASA took it over, and it tried to create a hybrid synthetic vision system. So you can visualize. So it tried to create a hybrid synthetic vision system and named it as X-38 spacecraft. So it wanted to actually provide a better navigation during the test flights. So if you wanted, nowadays you have lot of simulators for practicing the piloting experience, but earlier it was not very seamless. Okay, the technology was not very immersive. Why we call it as immersive is that the it has to blend with the physical world. Whatever content that you're creating or augmenting, it has to blend with the physical world so that you have a very seamless experience. So the technology was not very developed at during that time, and it was in 1999 they specifically developed a flight simulator. NASA developed it, and in early 2000 they introduced an open source library, AR toolkit. So to make the developers or researchers experience more research perspective in this field and give up their contribution. So in 2014, it was Google who has introduced Google Glass. So we can see in the picture. So it was introduced in 2014. Okay, and the main aim of this glass is to have the internet connectivity, and you can communicate through your normal English language. So it incorporated NLP to accept commands in a normal English language and to work accordingly. So it had an integration. This Google Glass had an integration with multiple Google applications like Google Map and email, Gmail, so that it tried to collaborate with those services. Okay, and in 2016 Microsoft also competed to provide such wearable AR technology called as HoloLens, but because of its heavy cost it could not take up the Google glass facility. Okay, so it incorporated a huge amount of investment. So the headset which was given by Microsoft, which worked in Windows 10, it was having a huge amount to be invested, so it didn't hit the market during that time. So in 2017, IKEA, they introduced this augmented reality facility as an application for their retail industry uh, to have their marketing done in a better way. So we'll see in the applications when we discuss about the applications of AR, what are the innovations and how they have involved with the AR technology for their industrial perspective. And in 2020 to 23, AR technologies like Spark AR and AR navigation and smart mirrors, so these have evolved, and they made it reachable for the common people. So even common people have the intuition of taking these AR applications for their real time applications. So they wanted some information regarding each and every object without the intervention of human, and they wanted to have this experience. As I told, we have this Pokemon game, which is very which had a very good reach to kids, to have a very good AR experience. So they have an immersive what to say immersive experience of this Pokemon animation into their gaming applications to make it more interactive and realistic. Okay, so this is regarding the short history about the AR technology traversal for the past 50 years. And SkyQuest, which is one of the global marketing interpreter regarding the AR technology, it has assessed that the CAGR value is going to be increased up to 33.5%. Okay, so initially it was in 32.1 billion dollars it is expected to reach up to $300 billion by the end of 2030s. Okay, so that much reach is expected for AR and VR technologies. Compared to AR, VR is not not reach the public much because of its small investment in the hardware aspect. But they are also trying to have an extended reality technology like XR, which will combine both AR and VR. And they also wanted to incorporate intelligence to having a better predictive or expert kind of decision making support to help humans to decide on some perspective. So these involvement in the near future of AR and VR will bring the utility to a farther extent. Okay. So next we'll see about some of the tools um, that are really circulating in the market with respect to AR and AR technology. The first one that we
Excuse me, ma'am. Just sorry for interrupting. The slide is not changing, ma'am, in the PPT.
okay, one second, ma'am. So now is it changing, ma'am? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's changing.
Okay. So this is the thing. This is the device I was talking about, and that was given by Ivan Sutherland. It's a huge setup for AR headset, and this is the NASA hybrid synthetic vision system and the Google Glass device. Okay, is it in the projection mode or slideshow mode or in the editing mode, ma'am?
Ma'am?
Ma'am, the screen that I have shared, is it in the slideshow mode or in the editing mode? I just wanted to
Ma'am, it
ensure.
is in slideshow mode, ma'am. Now we can able to see AR kit.
Okay, good, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So AR Kit is the AR development toolkit which was given by Apple, and it's a and it's a sophisticated augmented reality framework. So exclusively designed for iOS development. Okay, and its more important feature are the motion tracking. So the ARKit has an advanced motion tracking capabilities to enable precise and responsive real-time tracking of a device position and orientation. So so you can see that if you are able to uh, turn your mobile phone towards the surrounding, so it will try to track the position of your environment uh, with the help of some sensors like GPS, accelerometers, or digital compass to identify the particular location, and it tries to use the markerless AR, as we have told. Na, it does not need an explicit digital signature to actually notify what kind of environment it is. It tries to learn the environment and it gives the information. So the motion tracking capability is well given, and ARKit is mainly used for iOS devices. The second important feature is the screen understanding. So it is its capacity to comprehend and interpret the user's surrounding. So it analyzes the environment through the screen understanding and recognizes the surfaces, the objects, and the spatial relationship between the objects. So this information, that is the spatial relationship between the objects, is very crucial for placing the virtual content that combines the immersiveness of the physical world and the computer generated content. So it has a very advanced screen understanding, and it has a 3D object detection and recognition feature. So it allows the creator to experience that it can identify and interact with specific objects in the user's environment. So it also, this facility or this feature also adds a layer of intelligence to the AR interaction. So the depth of an object is also identified. And the light estimation feature of this ARKit helps us to analyze the light or luminance of the object that we are focusing, and tries to adjust the ambient lighting condition to ensure that the visual content appears natural and it is well integrated with the environment. Okay, so this is also one of the important feature. And today in the market, the Google sorry, your ARKit is one of the competing AR platform for AR application development. So another important feature is vertical plane detection. So it helps us to detect horizontal surface and the vertical planes to enable the AR contents of walls, doors, and other vertical surfaces uh, uh, for the placement of furnitures. For example, if I was talking about IKEA, so IKEA is one of the marketing company where they are trying to market furnitures. Okay, so they wanted to have a virtual placement of furniture in a uh, particular ambience. For instance, in a, if I wanted to imagine, okay, at this position, if I wanted to keep a furniture, how it will be. So I need not physically place a furniture, I can virtually place a furniture. So for that, I should know the depth and height of for the of the wall and the room dimension. So accordingly, I can plan for a furniture of a particular dimension to be placed in one specific place. So that this enhances the feeling of going towards or marketing for the particular object or a furniture. So this vertical and horizontal plane surface detection is very important feature. And the next important thing is face tracking and Animoji. So here Animoji is very well known what to say AR applications that at times we have come across. We can create an animated image of ourselves, a small character, animated character that helps us to mimic the user face expression. So in when we wanted to have a collaborative work, we need not actually show our real face. We can have an animated character to mimic whatever we try to talk or whatever we try to do. Okay, and this Animoji helps to track the facial expression, and it also tries to mimic whatever we wanted to, whatever we are doing. And multi-user AR experience that allows multiple iOS device to share an everyday augmented reality environment to have the collaborative feature. So if you wanted to have cross collaborative development of a particular application, yes, that is also possible um, with this AR kit. Okay, so the next that we can look into is the one that has been given by Google, AR Core. And here also you have the features almost competing with AR Kit. You have the motion tracking experience, environment understanding, wide device compatibility. So here, when compared to iOS, you have the people using Android devices, no? The amount of people using Android device are equally there in this global market. So where you have the wide range of Android device compatibility in this AR core, and depth API integration, which allows the developers to create a more immersive AR experience by understanding the depth of the environment. So the depth of the user environment is not only a particular area. If I focus my screen towards a particular location, it tries to identify the different object up to a certain extent. It's not only going to have objects which are very near. The proximity of the objects are also extended to an appreciable amount to identify the different objects around it and to give more information regarding it. And it also has a facility like cloud anchors for multi-user experience. So with cloud anchor, users on different devices can share a common AR environment. It also tries to foster the collaborative and social interaction with the augmented space. So you have the augmented image and object recognition, so allowing users to make use of the trigger or augmented reality experience. So it still you also have the marker based AR as well as the markerless AR. So marker based AR can be the one um, which can have the digital signature, and markerless can have the augmented reality triggered with any object that has been identified. Okay, so you can have this object recognition with facilitating both kind of variations of AR. So vertical plane detection is used to have the um, seamless virtual contents on walls, doors, and any vertical surfaces which requires an detection properly and wants to experience a placement of object or furniture or any material at a particular space. And you also have the light estimation as we have discussed in ARKit. And AR core also tries to integrate with many Google services to provide a comprehensive ecosystem for the AR development. So these are some of the features of AR core. And next we'll see about Vuforia. So here it has a feature of versatile AR development hub. So when we talk about AR, we normally have, if we think about animations, what initially strikes in our mind is a gaming perspective, but slowly we are transiting it for real world applications also. So the versatility in the AR development framework should be there for the users to incorporate their ideas without any or much limitations. So here this um, Vuforia provides a versatile AR development platform and robust computer vision foundation. So it facilitates for precise identification of object and interact intelligently with the physical world. And it also supports marker based and markerless tracking for spatial freedom. And it has an extended tracking, seamless tracking with the help of sensors. So it tries to track the motion of the user, and it sees what content can be delivered. And one of the important feature is the smart terrain for dynamic interaction. So it intelligently interacts with the real world surface and objects, adding a layer of dynamic and responsive intelligence to AR application. So some AR platforms has restriction with the terrain in with respect to the texture of it, the depth of it, and the dimension. Not all AR developing platforms supports 3D. Very few like Arkit, AR Core, which are the competing AR platforms, they support 3D perspective, and this Vuforia also supports a smart terrain perspective. And object recognition and tracking experience is the same content that we have discussed, the same feature that we have discussed in the previous two tools. And Unity integration for streamlined development. So Unity is also also given us a AR framework. So this Vuforia tries to integrate with Unity, so for a collaborative development purpose. So if people are working with Unity tool, can also integrate their work with the team who are working with Vuforia. Okay, so that integration is also provided, and with the help of community development, you can see a continuous and innovation and updates with the Vuforia. Okay, and the next tool that we can look into is the Wikitude. So it is a very interesting augmented reality software development kit, and it's mainly celebrated or recognized for its simplicity. So where it provides the developers with the accessible set of powerful toolkits toolkit for crafting their immersive AR experience. So it also provides a cross-platform compatibility, wherein it is helping the developers for seamless application run across various devices and operating system. So it has the image recognition precision. So the developers can leverage their features to anchor virtual content to specific image. So the term anchoring is something that if I wanted, as we were told, like markerless AR is the one that is booming up, and we wanted to identify an object. So whenever an object is identified, specific is object is identified, and it has to be anchored, and a trigger has to be given for the content to have the AR experience mounting on it. So it also has a very good image recognition precision, and geolocation AR for contextual immersion. So this contextual immersion add layers of information and interactivity. That is, you can interact with the um, real world, or sorry, augmented um, content at a specific location to enhance the user experience. And it has the 3D tracking innovation and a smart development environment. So as been told already, the Wikitude is a it's made very simple for any beginners to start their AR application development because of its user interface, and it has a customizable AR solution. It tries to have a seamless integration of external data, so enabling the AR experience to enrich in real time information. And it has a cloud recognition for its scalability. So, to leverage a cloud based database for recognition task. Okay, so this is with respect to Wikitude. And Microsoft also has given its AR toolkit MMRT, Microsoft Mixed Reality Toolkit. So the feature of MMRT is like it is a gateway to mixed reality development, and it has a facility that could be tailored explicitly to the Microsoft HoloLens, as been as we had discussed earlier. So Microsoft HoloLens was a competent was a, of Google Lens, except for the huge amount of investment that it has to be required. So if but when it comes to features or its application, it is in par with the Google Lens. So if people wants to invest on HoloLens, they can have the integration of this MRTK, that is Microsoft Mixed Reality Toolkit, to develop their AR applications. And it also supports a diverse platform and hand tracking perception precisions. So hand tracking, like we have already seen an emoji for face expression identification. Here hand tracking that allows developer to create natural and intuitive environment or interaction with the mixed reality space by tracking the hand engagement and enabling them to experience a holographic element. Okay, and has a spatial mapping for realism. So tries to map closely with the immersive technology for a seamless application. And you have the gesture input for user engagement. So it tries to understand the gesture of a human or any humanoid as an input for the interaction with the AR applications. It also gives the awareness of 3D spatial sound to enhance the developers to create audio experience that adapts the user position and movement. Um, so here audio is also taken into account, and it has an awareness of the um, audio that has been created as an input. Okay, and it has an integration with Unity and Visual Studio for collaborative work. Then you have the Unity toolkit. So as told earlier, it is also one of the competing AR development toolkit. So it also has gives a challenging experience in terms of versatility, in terms of robustness, real time rendering. Okay, so it has a smooth and dynamic rendering with the real time background, and it also has a cross platform support and an extensive asset store, which is they are specifying about the built-in assets or plugins that could be used while you're developing the AR content. It has a good community support, and it also tries to integrate machine learning into it for having a good prediction or decision making support for humans. So this is about your Unity, the features given by Unity. So since this is this we are not having a hands-on session, I'm just brushing up what are the features of different AR development platforms available in the market, and it depends upon the developer to choose the particular what to say tool according to their application. And you have the Spark AR Studio. So it was given by the main features of it is it is tailored for Facebook and in Instagram. So it caters the dynamic social media landscape, offering a platform for creating engaging and interactive AR experience. And it has a user friendly interface to empower seasoned developers and to encourage newcomers. Okay, so like your Unity, and it also has a very simple or wiki tool. It also has a simple UI for the newcomers to have their experience in working in AR applications, and has a seamless integration with social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And it has an interactive AR elements for engagement to facilitate facial expression recognition, and to create an interactive animation. Okay, so just to have a very real time experience with the application. And it has the face tracking and augmented selfies, and it also has a real-time preview of interactive development. So it allows the creator to see how your AR effects will appear on the real world scenario. So you can this feature is one of the attractive feature in this framework, to have the preview realized. And it also has an interactive scripting with patch editor. Okay, so Spark AR Studio is one which has an integration with Facebook and Instagram, and it tries to see how your AR application actually can be loaded in these social media, and how it can be popularized. And next is your ECAR with many of the features that we have discussed earlier, like user-friendly AR development and dual capabilities like marker-based, markerless, cross-platform capability, real-time collaborative feature, efficient marker-based and markerless tracking. So all these features that we have discussed earlier in some of the uh, tool frameworks has also been repeated, but the most popular one out of these frameworks that we have seen, eighth wall is another one, AR development framework, but the most competent AR framework is the one that has been developed by Google, and the one that has been developed by your iOS ARKit. Okay, so this is all about your AR frameworks. So next we'll see the AR applications. So when we talk about AR applications, there are a lot of applications that I've listed on the screen. So you can realize AR applications in form of gaming and entertainment domain. As I was talking about Pokemon, so it was a very famous AR animated game. Okay, where you had this character as one of the elements in the real world, so the players actually get more interactive with those animated characters, and the reach of this Pokemon was very good, and it used the markerless kind of AR application. And in education and training, it is mainly used in Google Expedition. One of the example that we can say is the Google Expedition, which created a virtual field trip about a particular place, an historical site, or a human body, whatever be the domain of interest of education. It creates a virtual feel about the site and gives some information. So I think I can share one slide, so which has a screenshot about this Google Expedition. So here this picture I have taken from this site, which talks about the rocks, minerals, gems, and Google art and culture. So it is a it it has a you can actually have a 360-degree view of a particular place, and it gives information about the rocks. And if you have the mouse hovering at a particular gem, it gives information about the gem. So this is one screenshot which will help us to understand what actually happens, what is actually happening in the education perspective of AR framework. And nowadays we wanted to have faculty, we wanted to have active learning methods in class. So this, if you are able to develop a small application of any concept whatever you're trying to teach in class, so you can actually create a information of any electronic device. And if the people use AR technology, many open source applications are there in your that could be downloaded in the mobile. And if you hover the mobile on the particular object, you get information about that object. So it is very good boom for education and training. So uh, I will also try to share a link where they actually help the setup of a router. So yeah, a router is there. A person who doesn't know how to connect a router have the instructions given step by step by the AR application to actually position your Ethernet cable, and what are the things that has to be monitored. So this helps to any person to get trained by themselves. Okay, so another application is a very good boom in the healthcare domain. So we can see that you can have the virtual human body bin set up to identify uh,
what are the how a surgery could be performed. Instead of directly getting into a real human body, they can actually virtually perform or virtually try to understand um, what is actually there in the human body. And AccuVein is one of the AR application that helps us to identify the position of a vein onto the skin. So this was a very challenging issue when we have to have our blood tested. The needle actually big, get catch the vein. For some people, you can't identify the vein that much easily. So if you position this application, this app on a particular skin, you can identify the vein position. So it is one also creating a very good scope in the healthcare domain. And next is your retail and e-commerce. So I was talking about IKEA, so which is also helps us to understand how the use of placing furnitures at a particular place. So the image that you can see helps us to see the chair been placed. Next is the traveling one. For travel, you have application. So this picture, whatever you're seeing now, is also one for constructional perspective. So you can actually choose the tile of your preference and try to place the tile on the floor and see how good you feel if you choose a particular option. So this is also a construction domain, how your AR works. And this slide shows your what do you say, the Yelp. So this app is for identifying the nearby restaurants and shops. So if you're traveling to a new place, if you wanted to identify a restaurant of your choice, or Chinese food, or Indian cuisine, so whatever you of your choice, you can browse in it and find the nearest um, restaurants and shops that you of your preference, and it's going to promote the tourism uh, aspect also. And you can also have a virtual tour about a particular place. So Elp Monacle, this is one app which allows users to experience in this perspective. And obviously for fitness and sport, this AR runner, as you can see on the screen, it provides a, what is it, a virtual effect of the direction in which we are going to run the, and it makes it more interesting instead of a monotonic or tired kind of exercise. It creates a very interesting activity for or motivation for the people to have a good workout experience. And you have the AR runner for application for helping the, as one of the application. All these things I am just listing out one of the popular application in this domain. So art and design. So in this area also you have applications like Walami, so which helps us to leave hidden messages and drawings in the real world. Here you can create interactive and immersive experience. And AR art intelligent, it blends the digital and physical element. And you can use this Walami application to have the art and design created. And for events and conferences, you can use AR applications to access additional contents and information by scanning objects and images with their smartphone. So instead of having a person at each counter, you can have these AR applications as a marker based application. Okay. And social media, you have the popular feature to scan the Instagram and the Snapchat to get it more interactive. And you can also have your emojis in it to have a face reaction according to the comments given. So you can have a predict what is it, decisive making expert system to have to give a respond to each messages. And you have the emergency response given by um, um, uh, the applications like overlay AR applications, overlay map, so which will help you to identify the building layouts and hazardous warning in the real world environment, help which helps the responders to navigate. So if I have a emergency and I have to navigate to a particular location, I can use AR applications to identify the best path to reach out of this hazardous place. Then for automotive industry, you can have the head up display and applications like Wayray for navigation, and as NASA created a simulated flight, you can also have these kind of applications to trigger up. Okay, for automotive industry, for interior design, there's no doubt about it. You can have these IKEA to have the interior planned. So you also have the planner 5D to visualize home layout and decors and choose the particular thing for it. And in medical military also, you have um, the head up display as a helmet to provide information to soldiers with real time environment surroundings and situation awareness, and for have a good decision making for them to have to proceed further. Okay, so it is also one of the welcomable technology in military domain. And in food and beverages, as I told, na, many students are now taking up projects to identify the nutritional value of a dish that has been provided to them. So they identify the texture of it, and try to interpret the oil content in that specific food. They also wanted to identify the ingredients, irrespective of the information provided with the help of sensors, non-invasive sensors. We can have these the nutritional value of a food also been given with the help of these AR technology. For fashion and beauty, that is definitely. And I when the start of the session itself I was talking about, wherein when we are discussing about markerless, we had the applications which helps to beautify a particular person with the help of lot of beauty what to say icons. And for improvement, you can have apps like your interior design or Dulex visualizer, which will help to identify which paint suits your wall well, which texture suits your wall well, and what is the combinations you can choose for. And one of the most good application that I can see for people who travel a lot is for the Google Translator, which offers a feature that translate text in real time by pointing the camera at sign, menus, or document. It translates the content instantaneously. No one needs a support of other people to learn a language in a new geographical location and to survive. Only you need a good Google translator. So that is one of the more uh, good application that many of us are expecting and using it in real time. And music and concert, human resource and recruitment, accessibility and assistance. So wherever we need support of human, we wanted to have some augmented experience. So these are some of the list of applications or that I've just listed out few of it. Okay, so next we'll see about the top Indian companies in augmented reality, which has been identified for the year 2025. And I've just listed out 10 of them. And 1 second. So, yes, I think the screen is there.
So the top AR VR companies are not only for AR technology but also for VR technology. So the first one is Tata Elixir. So it is a company that provides solutions for automotive and healthcare and retail applications. It tries to have the training simulation and good customer experience. Okay, so this company mainly focus on automotive and healthcare, and you have the Similanis solution, which is known for its innovative training platform, mainly for manufacturing and pharmaceutical kind of domain. Next, you have the Imaginate. So it specializes in AR and VR collaboration platform, and it has a virtual feature like a virtual meeting and immersive collaboration platform to create a hybrid working model. Okay, so it the platform that what they have introduced is New Space. Okay, so with the help of New Space, you can have a very collaborative experience. It's an application, and you have the Sparpic, which was acquired by Flipkart. So it also provides a solution for immersive shopping experience, empowering business to showcase products in 3D and enhance customer engagement. So Sparpic is one of the collaborator with Flipkart. Okay, to have the customer experience enhanced. Then you have the Cupelin, which provides a wide range of industrial involvement in terms of real estate, retail, and event management. So this is a industry which mainly focuses on real estate kind of applications to have the um, architectural design of a building, or the um, kind of material that could be used in a particular location. Nowadays you have variety of choices, from flooring to the external view of a building, no? Elevation of a building. You can make choices with the applications developed from these company, and these company focuses on these kind of projects. Then you have the Whistling Wood International, which has a training in creates a training platform for AR and VR developers. So it has a lab. In short, they call that to be a VR lab, which focuses on creating immersive content for entertainment and education. So VR lab mainly focuses on entertainment and education. Then IB Cricket is one, as the name signifies. It tries to have focus on the virtual cricket experience um, with the with the integration or collaboration with the most popular cricket enthusiastic, and creates a gaming space for these cricket kind of games. And those kind of applications are mainly focused in this IB Cricket. And Ajna Lens focuses on defense education and training. So they have they have the cutting edge hardware and software that transforms how industry approach can be converted into a skill set used for defense education and training. Then you have the Tesseract, um, which provides a solution for consumer electronics, and gives a more real time or societal benefit products for common people like us to have the AR experience. Okay, these are a few company or industry which are mainly focusing on AR in their particular domain of strength. Okay, so with this, my presentation ends. Thank you so much for patiently listening. I think you have some takeaway. Yes, yes, I've just completed my presentation. If you have any doubts, please feel free. If I could answer, I'll answer. Otherwise, I'll just refer and get back to you.
My mail ID is rtk1 at srmist.edu.in. So currently, we are working in automotive projects, and I have set up a lab for IoT, and we are also having one development team which are supporting us with AR technology for enhancing the uh, driver supporting system. Okay, so ultimately we try to integrate multiple technology for a particular application. So one such vertical in our project is with AR facility for enhancing the driver's experience, um, and to predict the mindset of a driver to avoid accidents. Yes, so this is a project that I'm currently involved in. Yes, so yes, ma'am. So, what are the main performance bottleneck that you have encountered when developing AR applications? So, as of now, the main bottleneck or the limitation what we have found is with respect to the speed of the motion tracking. So, like since I was talking that we are working in a automotive kind of application, so the speed of the vehicle matters. Like just for the case of simulation, we can have the speed restricted to a particular limit, but when we talk about a real-time application for an automotive kind of domain, the speed varies from vehicle to vehicle. And when we are traversing in a highway, you can imagine the speed in which a car travels. So that is one of the main challenge. So we are still working in the project uh, to to overcome this difficulty. Okay, it has to match with the real-time speed. So that is one difficulty that we are facing. Yes. And as told already, this AR component is a part of our work. Okay, and the main component or contribution that we are having in the project is with respect to the sensory perspective. Okay, for decision making at the driver side. So this AR is a supporting platform also to have an additional added feature in the AR. What are the privacy and security concerns with virtual reality? So virtual reality, as we can, as I've told, you are going to create a real world experience, right? So you don't have the it is going to have a replica of the real world. You are not actually getting into the real world. You are having the feel of the real world. Um, so it depends upon the designer or the person who is designing the application, VR application. So they can have the what to say they can have the limitations in the environment to which they wanted to actually create the VR environment to. Okay, so nowadays, what is expected from the customer side is they wanted to have some personalization, or in term I can say like personification. So whenever a person gets into a location, they wanted the ambience of the location to change according to that, or according to the person's perspective.